Morning, grade 10s. Welcome to All is Well Academy. My name is Mr. Tumisa Koli, and we are doing business studies for grade 10. We are still under the topic of microenvironment components. We did some environment components, microenvironment components, that was mission, vision, and objectives, organizational structure, organizational culture, and organizational resources. Now we are doing 8 business functions. They are still under the components of microenvironment. Remember, 8 business functions are still under the components of microenvironment. Now, let's recap a bit. We said that microenvironment, the business deals with internal components, and the business has full control over those internal components. And then we said under market environment, the business is also dealing with external components, and we said that the business has no control but can influence those components. And under microenvironment, we said that the business is dealing with external components and the business has no control at all over those components of macro environment. Now, let's go straight to 8 business functions. Firstly, what is it that you need to know? What is it that you'll be able to learn when we are doing these 8 business functions? What is it that you must keep in mind? You must be able to discuss the differences between management and leadership. What is a manager and what is a leader? The difference between a manager and a leader. And you must be able to know the 8 business functions by your head. You must know that we have 8 business functions. We have administration function, purchasing function, human resource functions, general management function, and public relations function. All of those 8 business functions, you must know them by your head. Each business, they have those 8 business functions. And also you must be able to discuss the importance of each business functions and identify the business functions from given scenarios. Now let's go straight to the difference between a manager and a leader. Now they are saying here, leaders are people who are born with natural instincts of being a leader. And leaders, they inspire people, and leaders are people orientated, and they use motivational approach to lead people. And a leader does not hold a manager position. A leader is a process of inspiring and influencing others to achieve the business goals. And it is influencing human behavior. But managers are people who are nominated or appointed to become a manager. And managers, they guide human behavior, and managers, they use instructional approach, and then managers, they ensure that the task that is given to workers, it is completed. And then managers, they communicate through management task, e.g. that is line function management, communication, and so on and so on. That is the difference between a manager and a leader. What you must know is that a leader, it motivates human behavior, and the manager guides human behavior. And also, a leader uses motivational approach, and the manager uses instructional approach. And then a leader is people orientated, and a manager is task orientated. And leaders are born with natural instincts, but managers are appointed to become a manager. That is all you must know about the difference between a leader and a manager. This question usually appears maybe in your essay question, and it is usually 8 marks. So you must know 2 difference between a leader and a manager. Now let's go straight to 8 business functions. We said we have a general management function, administration function, financial function, purchasing function, public relations functions, human resource function, production function, and marketing functions. Those are the 8 business functions. Each business, especially the big brands or the big businesses, they have those 8 business functions. Now, let's go straight to the purpose of 8 business functions. Why does businesses need to have 8 business functions? It's that the 8 business functions, they work together to achieve a common goal. All of those 8 business functions, your production function, your purchasing function, your finance function, admin, all of them, they work together to achieve a business goal. And each function, it carries out a specific task which is closely linked in order to achieve the same goal. Each business function, it has its own specific task. Finance function has a specific task. Production function, they have their own specific task. And the roles and the task may change depending on the size or the type or the stage of growth of a business. Now, they're saying that the roles and the task of each function, it may change depending on the size of the business. For example, a finance function is not the same for a spaza shop and a finance function department of a ShopRite, of a big brand like ShopRite. Because ShopRite, it is a big brand, so the responsibilities and the task of a finance department under ShopRite, they have lots of roles and responsibilities. But for a spaza shop, you have small roles or responsibilities for finance department of a spaza shop. Now, they are also saying that business functions, they work together to ensure the survival or the stability of the business. Now, that is the purpose of 8 business functions. They all work together to achieve the same business goal. Now, let's go to general management. What is general management? Now, they are saying that a general management, it is the overall, it sets the overall direction or strategy of the business. And this function leads, or organizes, or control all other functions. They are also decision taken in each level, and management has 3 different levels, each with its own roles and responsibilities. It ensures that there is a coordination among the 7 different functions of the business. Now, it is saying that general management, it is the only function that stands as the umbrella of all other functions in the business. It leads and organizes and controls all other 7 different functions in the business. And then it sets out a direction or the strategy for the business. Now, for example, under ShopRite, we have our CEOs and directors of ShopRite shop. Those people, they form what we call general management function. Now, they are also saying that the general management has 3 different levels, which is top level management and lower level management and middle level management. Now, let's go and look what is it that they are saying about top management level, or what is top level management. The top level management, it reports to the board of directors or advisory board, and it takes long-term strategic goals, and it is responsible for directing, controlling, and managing risk in the business. And it determines the vision, mission, objectives, and strategy of the business, and it acts of getting people together to accomplish certain goals, and it oversees the activities of other functions so that the business can achieve its objective. That is top level management. Top level management includes your CEOs, your board of directors, your advisory board, and all of those people who are in the top level management in the business. And then they take long-term strategic goals, and then they are responsible for directing and managing risk in the business, and then they determine the vision, the mission, and the strategy of the business. Now let's go to middle level management. What is middle management? They are saying it is responsible for specific departments within the business, and it takes medium-term tactical decisions. It is responsible for achieving the goals and objectives set for a specific department. It is concerned with implementing plans made by top-level management. It implements the vision and plans of the top management, and it is responsible for working with managers in other departments and for acquiring resources needed in their departments. That is middle management. Now, these ones, instead of taking long-term strategic decisions, they take medium-term tactical decisions, and then they are responsible for specific departments within the business. We have what we call admin manager, purchasing manager, production manager. All of those people, they fall under middle management. Now let's go to lower management. What is lower management? It is responsible for a high level of productivity, technical assistance, and motivating employees. It takes short-term routine or tactical decisions. Then it carries out instructions given by middle management. They are also called first management level, as it is the first management level to which subordinates can be promoted to. So now if a worker gets promotion, it can go to lower level management. And now they are responsible for production in the business and motivating employees to do their best. And also they take short-term tactical or routine decisions. Now, let's go to management tasks. What are the management tasks that are done by general management? General management does planning, which is setting goals and developing strategies. It includes all the information you need for planning, and top management formulates strategic plans, and middle management formulates tactical plans, and lower management formulates operational plans. Now, that is planning. It is the process of setting goals and developing strategies in the business. That is one task that is done by general management. And also they organize. What is organizing? It is a mechanism that is used to execute the plan, and it involves breaking a plan into action. The way in which people are grouped together may include training to ensure that the job is carried out successfully. That is organizing. It executes the plan that was made by your top level and middle management. Now, they organize the plan. They train people that will execute this plan. They develop a mechanism of how to execute this plan. That is organizing. Now, what is leading? The leading as a management task, it is a process of guiding, motivating employees to achieve the business goals. It refers to inspiring all the employees to carry out their tasks to the best of their abilities, making sure that workers, they work to their full potential, and then they establish a productive working climate. It motivates employees to achieve the goals that are set. That is leading or directing. Yeah, the managers, they motivate workers. Managers from lower level, middle level, top level, they motivate workers to do their job at the best of their abilities. Now, what is controlling? It is when the business ensures that the goals that are set, they are achieved, and it ensures that the standard that was set, it is met, and it ensures that all the activities are carried out as planned, and it enables the business to take corrective measures if the objectives are not achieved. That is controlling, making sure that those plans that we did plan earlier on, they are achieved, and the standards are met, and so on and so on. What is the risk management? Risk management, it's when you identify for a possible risk by finding risk-bearing activities or the activities that could go wrong within the organization, and it assists businesses to analyze each possible risk and assess how likely it is that the risk will happen. That is the risk management. So we have 5 management tasks. That is planning, controlling, risk management, and directing. And also we have what we say, it's organizing. So organizing, leading, controlling, and risk management. Those are the 5 management tasks. Now, let's go to administration function. We are done with general management function. Let's go to administration function. What you need to know under general management functions is the management task, and you need to know the purpose of general management, and you need to know yeah, just those things. That is what you need to know about general management. You need to know the different levels of management, that is middle level, lower level, and top management level. You just need to know that under general management. Now let's go to administration function. What is the meaning of administration functions? Administration functions, it is the admin, the reception, those people who handle data and information of the business. And they are responsible for collecting and processing that information and distributing that information in each department, which will be used for decision making by the management. And also they store that information or records using the recent technology, the computers that are there in the reception. And then they make also the general office work, such as filing or storing of information. That is the meaning of administration function. Now, what is the activities of administration function? They collect information, they handle information, and they use information technology, the use of computers to store information and to communicate. And then they do office practice. What is office practice? It is the way they dress, and it is the way that they handle information, the proper filing of documents, and the use of telephone or the use of internet. That is office practice. So we have 4 activities that are done by admin. They handle information, they collect information, they use information technology, and and therefore they do office practice. Those are the 4 tasks or activities that are done by administration function. Now, let's go to the difference between data and information. What is the difference between data and information? Data, it refers to the information that is raw, unprocessed information that is found from statistics or graphs or tables. And information, it refers to the information that is processed already, that is used to make decision by managers. And data is collected from other business functions within the business, and information can be stored manually in files, computers, shelves, and so on. And data needs to be processed before it can be used as information. And data can be processed manually or technologically in computers. And it is very important to have a backup for all the stored information on computers or other electronic devices. And most businesses, they use electronic devices such as memory sticks to store information, or CDs to store information. Then we are done with the difference between data and information, and we are done also with administration function. You just need to know the meaning of administration function and the task of administration function and the information and the difference between information and data. Now let's go to financial function. What is financial function and what is the purpose of financial function? Financial function, it is those people who deal with the funds, and they manage and plan all the funds or the assets in the business, and they determine how much capital is needed in the business, and they establish where will the money come from, where will we get to acquire the capital, and therefore they also decide where to invest the funds in the business, and they also decide how a business can generate income to cover the cost of starting a business. And they also prepare the financial statements that can be presented to the bank or investors to convince that the business is financially healthy. And also that is the meaning of financial function. Those people who handle the funds in the business, that department that prepares financial statements for the business to be able to go to the bank and ask for a loan, and that department will therefore tell the business where to invest the funds and where to get the funds or how to generate income. That is financial function. Now let's go to the reason why business need money. Why a business may need finance or money. They may need the business may need money for starting up a business, and it can go borrow that money from a bank. And also a business may need money to cover the running costs of a business whilst they are waiting for their payments from their clients. And the business may need money to replace the machinery, building, computers, and so on. Or the business may need money for expansion or growth in the success of or growth in the business. And also let's go to sources of finances, where a business can go now acquire funds. It can acquire funds through bank loans, going to the bank to borrow money that will be paid over time with interest, or it can go have a bank overdraft. A bank overdraft, it is a short-term loan added into the business account of an entrepreneur, and it is also repaid with interest over set of a period of time. And it can acquire funds through asset-based loan, where a business can go and ask money and put their assets as a surety that it will pay back the money. And also it can go and get grants from the government, where a government really funds or does funds small developing businesses. So it can give out grants to those small developing businesses. Or the business can get money through receivable finance. This is a loan provided to businesses while waiting for the payments of goods or services provided to avoid a cash flow shortage. Now, they can also get money from angel funding. It is the money that is offered by wealthy entrepreneurs to businesses for a share in that business. Or it can get money through venture capital, the money that is offered by individuals or organizations to start up or expand a business. Now, what is budgeting? What is budgeting? Budgeting is also done by finance department. They use budgeting in order to estimate the money that we'll receive and the money that we'll spend. And also, once a budget is drawn, that must be compared to an actual amount that happened. So the budgeted amount must be compared to the actual income or expenditure. Now, budgeting, it assists the business to keep track of their finances and ensures a better profitability. And each department within the business should have its own budget. Now let's go to types of budget. We have what you call capital budget. Capital budget, it estimates fixed capital. It is estimating the fixed capital goods, the money that will be spent purchasing fixed capital goods or fixed assets such as building, machinery, equipment, and so on. That is capital budget. Now, cash budget, it is the money that will be used to estimate the working capital. Now, this is the money that will be used for the business if it assesses whether the business will be able to purchase all the needs for its operations. And now let's go to investments. Investments is also done under finance departments. It is where some of the money from the profit of the business will be invested, and then this money will draw interest or profit over time without labor effort, and the business can choose to invest its money through financial institutions, government bonds, and public companies. Now let's go to the types of capital. We have what we call fixed capital and working capital. What is fixed capital? Fixed capital, it is the money that is used to pay for fixed assets such as land and building, and it finances long-term capital needs of the business. The examples of fixed capital, it is the money that you receive from capital market or selling shares or mortgage bonds. Now, what is working capital? Working capital, it is the money that you use to pay day-to-day activities, e.g. paying for a trading stock or raw materials, and it is a short-term capital, or it finances short-term capital of the business. It is the money that you get from money market or credit allowed by suppliers or short-term loans. That is the difference between fixed capital and working capital. Money used to pay for fixed assets, that is fixed capital. Working capital, money used to pay for day-to-day activities. Now let's go to the difference between own capital and borrowed capital. The owner provides own capital. And own capital, it is a permanent capital, as a business does not have to pay back that amount because it was bought by the owner. And it is not a liability in the business, and the return on capital is the profit that is made by the business. And borrowed capital, it is the money that the business will go and ask from the bank. It is the money that is obtained from financial institutions. It is a temporal capital, as it is to be paid back after a period of time. And it is the liability for a business. And the return on capital, it is paid in interest. And now we are done with 8 business functions. We are only done with only 4 business functions. We'll continue with other 4 business functions. Okay, so on the next video we'll do 4 business functions, and then we also will do another video of market environment. Now, just to recap what we have done general management function. Under general management functions, we said we have 3 levels of management, that is top, lower, and mid-level management. And we said we have 5 management tasks, that is planning, organizing, leading, and we said we have risk management, and so on. And then we said under management, the business, it directs or it organizes all other 8 business functions or 7 business functions in the business. It directs them, it organizes them. And we said that the people that are in the top level management, they are your CEOs, your directors, and they are taking strategic decisions. And we said that the people that are under your middle level management, they are your department management, such as finance manager, production manager, and so on. Those people, they are taking medium-term tactical decisions. And we said that we have a lower level management. Those people, they are your supervisors. Those people, and we said they are taking short-term decisions. And now that is all you need to know about general management. And we did administration function. We said administration functions, they collect information, they handle information, and they distribute that information to different departments in the business. We said they also have 4 tasks or activities that they do. They handle information, they collect information, they do practical work and office work, and they use technology. And we said that there is a difference between data and information, that data, it is a raw unprocessed data, and information, it is a processed data. And we also did finance function, and we said under finance function, we have what we said, they are making financial statements that the business needs to give to the bank in order to ask for a loan. And we said they also determine how much capital is needed for the business. And we said also finance department decide where to invest the money. And now we did explain between working capital, borrowed capital, and so on. Now we'll also do the other 4 business functions, and on the next video. Thank you so much, grade 10s. I hope you are ready, because you are about to write your first test, your March test, that is out of 100. it is near and this topic will be there. Thank you so much.